Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back for another video. I told you in the previous one that we were about to get a hero balance patch. So I was convinced that LUX would get a nerf. He has been nerfed. But I wasn't expecting such a nerf. Like, the hero is useless now. Don't know if you remember the coefficients on the ultimate. Look at that. It was 10 times better before. 25% that time. And here you have 50%. Before it was 500%. 10 times worse than before. That is absolutely insane. That hero is useless now. Oh, dude, what have they done? I was so fucking happy using LUX everywhere. Look at that. He was in my lineups everywhere. I don't know what they done. What they did to other heroes. By the way, let's check that. Still have the same coefficient there. 500% on Cole. 75% per second. No change on that dude here. I'm not sure about the others. The coefficient haven't changed there. Unfortunately, we don't have the detail of the patch notes, so I'm forced to check every single hero one by one. Let me check her. No change at all. The Tornado, 125% attack. Think it is the same coefficient as before. It looks exactly the same. What about this guy? Restoring, it looks the same, I guess. 200 plus 30%, I think. No, I'm not sure if he has been buffed, to be honest. Not sure about that. Maybe they buffed a few red heroes. I'm not convinced about it. No, look at that. Still 50%. 75%. It's exactly the same as before. So they just nerfed LUX, I guess. 100% attack. 100%. No change here neither. 50%, still the same. 150%, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe that guy received the buff. What about this guy? 75%. 150% attack. I would kill to have that fucking detail, guys. Like, I just don't know. 60%? No, this is still as low as before. Then you have a shield on the units. Maybe that guy has been buffed, so let me check. No, still 50%. 200% in the code in front of him. No. They didn't receive any buff at all. 100%. 3 consecutive attacks. 50%. No, still the same coefficients. So, in fact, they just nerfed LUX. But nerfed so fucking hard that the hero is probably gonna get useless everywhere. Let's check that on the guild boss. Oh, by the way, they changed something else. If I check the Titans, normally they have some elemental stuff. I don't know exactly what they did about that. Oh, they removed the elements. Elemental mastery. The higher your elements attribute, the higher the Titan damage. Yesterday I showed you guys, you had a flame here, so this unit, the Titan, was a fire element, so now in fact, and this one was a physical. So in fact you can use whatever the Titan you want with the team you want. So they are not receiving the fire element bonus. So if I go to the hero, you have the stats right there, and you should have the elemental mastery somewhere, I guess. Where is it? Where is it? Titan damage promoted, right? It was already upgrading them. Their damage. Unique stats. Final HP, attack, storyline, guild boss, world boss, resistance. Where is the elemental? What the hell is that? I don't know what they did about that, guys. Or maybe I'm blind, but I can't find any elemental mastery. Like, you have the lightning damage, of course, the burning damage, yeah, classic elemental damage, but they removed the element of the guardian, so I don't know anymore, in fact. I need to try that in PvP. I need to see if it still releases the same damage as before. But let's try LUX against the guild boss. He doesn't have any elemental resistance for his elements. So let's get in battle and let's see how it goes. Pretty convinced that now he's not gonna release any damage, guys. Let's go, Godzilla. Just gotta turn around the bus like that. Gotta speed up the timer, otherwise it's gonna last forever. If I had that skill red, I would have a damage resistance debuff on the opponent that would help a lot to release more damage, but unfortunately I don't have that. Gonna take these two, these are my main skills to deal damage. Let's reset. Gonna take the flame strike. Don't think the boss has some fire damage resistance. And I'm gonna take the lightning. Should be better than the rest, I guess. Not sure about that. Not really convinced about it. Alright, be careful about the shields. Get out. Avoid moving too much, otherwise I won't receive the heals coming from my hero. Gotta increase these two skills. Alright, we have the laser again. Enhance these two. Still have pretty good damage, but probably no damage coming from Lux, I guess. Alright, let's get out of the AoE attacks. Out of the shield effects. The other side. 20 seconds remaining, guys. We'll see the damage of Lux. Right, let's increase the team attack. Let's take these two. Alright, the timer is over. Time's up, guys. Let's check the damage coming from Lux. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that time he's balanced, in fact. He deals the same amount of damage as the other heroes. He is an epic hero, so this is normal, I would say. But that was pretty fun using him for so long. He was broken. Rest in peace, Lux. Rest in peace, my friend. What about the Destroyer, guys? 18 billion damage? I think I already had that amount of damage in the past. What about the skills? Flame Strike, yeah, Focusing Laser was enhanced by my hero. Rest in peace, my buddy. Rest in peace. So you know what? I'm gonna change my lineup. I'm gonna use something completely different. Normally, I should have more damage than when using Lux, guys. Let's try that. Oh, maybe that hero releases the same amount of damage than Lux that time. So you don't have any broken heroes anymore in the game. So I'm gonna use Cole here because he is 5 stars. I'm gonna use that hero in the back, and I'm gonna use this one. So I have 2 enhancements on the Flame Strike skill. I will have way more damage with that. Normally, I'm pretty convinced that the boss is gonna take crazy damage with that pay-to-win team now. Yeah, that was their goal. They wanted to have a pay-to-win working better in the game, I guess. Alright, guild boss again. With my fire team. Alright, let's release Godzilla. But now he's not fire element anymore. I don't know. Maybe they fucked up and they removed the elemental on them, but it was a mistake. Not sure about that. Alright, let's go. Gonna take that even though he's taking less ice damage. Should I? Or take something else? I'm gonna take the laser, I guess. Should be better. Not sure about that. But yeah, you know what? Let's take the laser. Got another upgrade? Yes, I'm gonna take that time. I can't reset anymore, so it's gonna perform better than the other skills they offer to me. Right, let's go the Trash Titan. Yeah, look at the score. It is already way better, right? I should have checked the damage before switching. Let me check. Skills. No, it's performing better than the Freezing Ice Cycle, so I'm gonna stick with that. Look at that, the Destroyer. So he is still fire element. Look at that, I just have like 30% more fire damage. It increased by a ton his damage, so he's way better than before, in fact. But it is not written on him that he's fire element, so I'm a bit lost with that. You need to know which element he has, in fact. But if it is not written anywhere, it's gonna be a bit hard to know about that. Laser and main attack. Flame strike, laser. 12 seconds remaining. Oh, cool! 2 awakenings. I'm gonna reach the ceilings with my damage. Alright, 2 seconds left. I can stay here. 68 billion. Nothing to see with the previous score with Lux. Even though it was my best score with Lux before. Look at that. 6.62 billion coming from coal. 6 times better than the Epic Hero Lux. Yeah. One more time, this is balanced now because as I told you, he was broken. He has crazy coefficients in comparison with other heroes. What about the skills? Still the best skill for that content. The spinning wheel, the physical damage spinning wheel is pretty nice, by the way. But you need to awaken it for it to work well. Alright, so let's check in PvP now. Challenge, if I can find the guy on who I tried yesterday. He's top 8. Gonna reset until I find him. Alright, there he is. No, this is not the player of yesterday, by the way. Right, let's just try that. Suppose that the difference is not gonna show up here. Do I have more damage with Godzilla? No, exactly the same as before, so no change for PvP, I guess. I don't know, he died too fast, so unfortunately we don't have the guild war anymore, so I can't try against the other guy. I can't tell you guys. Whatever. And we have another content. Is it right there? No, it's not showing up anywhere for now. Need to wait 38, the day 38. So let me know what you think about that in the comment below. Good luck to find another team working in that content. To push the PvE campaign, like with that Lux, it's gonna be a bit tough, I guess. Whatever. Have a nice day, guys. Take care. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.